Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind randomly generated edition, as per usual. A once per week stream now instead of twice per week, because I wanted to, get on and stream some other stuff, and also I was spamming the channel with a preposterous amount of Morrowind, really, more than a sane person with a day job would be able to watch in the course of a week anyway, so I thought it was fair enough to dial it back a bit. We have been making a brand new character today because our last one died at the end of the previous stream. This is, of course, a stream. We are joined by the Peanut Gallery on the right-hand side there from the Twitch chat. And today, we're going to be using a modified version of the character generator we were using previously. Some clever clogs in the YouTube comments for the previous episode of this series noted, after examining it, that the character generator we were using was a little incomplete. There was a reason why we kept getting the same, 3 or 4 classes, it seemed like, and the same 3 or 4 alignments and stuff. And the reason for that was because most of the actual alignment options and class options stuff weren't programmed into the generator. So, it wasn't just my imagination that we kept getting very samey characters. We actually were getting very samey characters because additional options hadn't been programmed into the thing. So that person, whose username I forget, unfortunately, has actually come along and made an updated, better version of said character generator, which is what I'm going to use today. So let's do that, shall we? How much do you want to bet the desktop capture is going to capture the wrong monitor when I switch to it? Yes, it's capturing the main one. There we go. It's not even the right thing. I need Morrowind random tonight, so it cuts out all of the taskbar and the garbage. Good. There we go. It looks a little bit cleaner and more professional that way, I find. Anyway, although it is slightly off center, and that's not just like my bad positioning of the window, by the way. I think the actual web page itself is slightly off center and it drives me mad, but anyway. Playing an OpenMW? Nope, just vanilla Morrowind. And before the new generator gives a racist vampire, yes, well. Randomize, let's go. Auziqua Veal, a Bosma rogue. Birth sign tower. Alignment neutral evil. Yes. One of the noticeable things about the old generator is that it would never give you an evil alignment. Now it will. Difficulty, whatever. Hometown Sadrith Mora. Handicap. Narrow-minded. You cannot read books, cast spells, or use any potions. You cannot use the effects, see the effects of via sorry. Okay, let me start that again. You cannot read books, cast spells, or use any potions. You cannot see the effects of via alchemy skill. If you cannot see any effects, you cannot use potions. You cannot wear any types of clothing other than the common variety. You must deal primarily with traders of your own type, human for human, elf for elf, Argonian for Argonian, Khajiit for Khajiit, Orc for Orc. Your interpretation of Bet may vary. And condition is werewolf. Right, some people will be delighted by that, because we didn't really get to play around with that very much previously. Okay, cool. And then faction is Red around Guild is Thieves, religion is Imperial Cult, special is East Empire Company. Okay. Interesting. Right, cool. I'm not going to use the random quest generator, because they were always a bit sort of, a bit rubbish, if I'm honest. Oh, look who's arrived. I said he would, just before we started, I went live with the actual episode for YouTube. I said, Colin's going to be here any second now. And lo and behold, he is. Just one moment, folks. Sorry for the interruption. I'll be right back. Just a second. Right. He's currently chilling out underneath the drying rack at the moment. He might jump up on the desk to say hello later. Right. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm not going to use the quest generator because they were always a bit boring. It was always like, you know, gather 10 wick-wheat, sell them for 4 gold. You know, it's whatever. It's just kind of rubbish. So what with this character I think we'll do is just... I think we'll just focus on House Redoran. How about that? We'll focus on House Redoran. Guild Thieves as well, which is interesting, because I'm pretty sure that the old generator would only give you fighters or mages. It would never give you thieves. This is the first time we've ever had Thieves Guild pop up in the guild box as well in this series, so that's interesting. Right, okay then, let's do this. Let's get back to the game. There we go. Whenever OBS figures its life out, there we go. New game. Do this. Hello, Jib.
There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
Our name is ridiculous as usual. Auziqua Veal.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go. Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Out of my way. I must race you to the top. It is tradition.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Okay, so our race is Bosma. Let's be a Lady Bosma this time. Oh my goodness. The cold, dead eyes of a shark. Yes, let's go with that. Maybe that. Which one looks a bit more neutral evil to you? I feel like that one. That's fine, honestly. So what do we get? We get Acrobatics 5, Alchemy 5, Light Armor 10, Marksman 15, Sneak 10. And our class is Rogue as well, so we might actually have Marksman as one of our skills, which would be good. I think this new version of the generator has actually deleted all of the old NPC classes. They no longer come up, but it has given us access to all the actual normal player classes, because apparently in the old generator, the only player classes that ever came up in the generator were Warrior, Thief, and Mage, and that was it. The rest of them were NPC classes. And the problem with the NPC classes, as we've discovered, is that they are really bad. So I'm glad that we now have access to the full array of player classes instead now. Marksman's really powerful if you really lean into it. Yeah, I've heard it is. I never really have in the past with a character, so maybe this one will be the one.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in.
If we have the money, I know where we can buy a bone mold
finish
bow
your
as
release.
well, so... The tricky bit is that we can't join the Fighters Guild, so we won't have access to potions, we won't have access to a limitless supply of arrows either.
Ah, yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Pick from class list. We are going to be a rogue. There it is. So, specialization, interestingly, is combat. Favorite attributes are speed and personality. short blade, mercantile, axe, light armor, hand-to-hand, block, medium armor, speechcraft, athletics, and long blade. Sadly, no marksman, which surprises me a little bit, but okay. Interesting. So we're going to want to be focusing on short blade or axe. I imagine we'll see which one's higher out of the box for us. Light armor, hand-to-hand. Interesting. Then block, medium armor, speechcraft, athletics, and long blade. Interesting selection.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
I suppose Morrowind takes a rather more traditional view of the term rogue than your average RPG normally would, which is interesting. You know, the sort of a classical rogue as opposed to a D&D rogue. Oh yeah, what was our star sign? It was the tower, I think. I don't think we've had that yet. Beggar's Nose. Detect animal enchantment and key for 200 feet, 60 seconds on self. And the tower key. Open 50 points on touch. Nice. And the Beggar's Nose is actually a spell. We can do that multiple times a day if we want to. It's kind of neat.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Does hand-to-hand skill work with werewolf claws? I actually don't know, Thunder. I remember there being some sort of thing in the Morrowind code patch about hand-to-hand and werewolf claws, but I don't know what the arrangement is in the vanilla game. It looks like our axe skill is actually higher than our short blade, interestingly. So I guess we'll focus on axe for a bit of a change of pace, because we've had a lot of characters that were short blade, so. Okay, light armor skill's quite good. I'm a little bit disappointed about marksman, but there it is. It's still 20 in spite of everything. Only 30 health, yes. Ugh. Going to be a tad squishy, aren't we? 60 speed though is nice. With 20 athletics out of the box, we're going to be quite quick. Looks like. Cool.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
Continue through to the next building and talk to Salastradius.
Alright. So, we're neutral evil, and our guild is thieves, so, yoink. Anything else worth nicking? Does this character do any alchemy? They don't, do they? Which means we're not going to be able to use potions until I get some alchemy training. So that's fun. I need to tab out for a second to expand the narrow-minded handicap description so I can refer to it occasionally, because we've only had this once in the past, and it was on a character that didn't last very long. Yeah, background, Morrowind, duties, blah blah blah. Thank you. Okie dokie. Once again, we find ourselves in Sadanin. Fargoth will not be getting his ring back. And, yeah, here we are. Right, so we can trade with the real at least, because he's an elf.
Keep moving.
Interestingly, it does say you must deal primarily with traders of your own type. It doesn't say you have to deal with only traders of your own type. It does say primarily. So one assumes that if there is no better option available, this character will still be able to trade with like a Khajiit or whatever if they want to. It's just that if we go to Balmora, for example, we're going to want to be prioritizing the Dunmer Pawnbroker over Revere. For example. I will also sort of I'll make up a rule on the fly here that we can totally use our Beggar's Nose spell, even though we can't normally use spells because it's more of an inherent ability. Same with the tower key thing, whatever it's called. No Demon Tanto for us, I'm afraid. All right, we need an axe. There's an axe. That's a bloody big axe. A pretty hefty axe, in fact. You got any smaller ones? Sometimes he has a silver axe, war axe available, but no, he's got an iron war axe. Because block is one of our skills, so I wouldn't mind having a shield. Let's see, that's 48 gold. You can have these. Deadly Nightfall, thanks very much for the Prime sub. Welcome aboard. This character is neutral racist rather than lawful racist. I'm not sure that's quite how that works, but okay. Let's see. Let's use the rest of our proceeds from that to get ourselves a suit of chitin armor. Do we need anything else? No, I don't think so. We've got it all. Alrighty then. Tell you what. Ah, yes, we're going to need to set Lycanthropy with the console, aren't we? That's a thing. Okay. I wonder if I can remember off the top of my head how to do this. Oh, no, it's not dot. That's the later games that use that. Add spell. Werewolf. Blood. That should have done the trick. There we go.
Don't stand about.
Right. I was thinking of taking Hurskar's job here, but we'd have to be outside at night for that. And werewolf is the thing. Ideally, I'd like to wait for a few days to make the werewolf thing actually active this time, unlike with the first character we did. The trouble with that, of course, though, is the lingering threat of Dark Brotherhood assassins. If we just wait in town, though, for 3 days, I think that might do the trick. Because I don't think we can be attacked by assassins if we're waiting in an area where resting is illegal, if you know what I mean.
Please, I don't wish to catch whatever you have.
It's not quite the vampire screams, but you know. Right, let's see. 24 hours. Although I think you do have to still rest at some point. That's the tricky bit. But we can rest in the cave, I guess. Oh, there we go. Never mind. It's a bit loud. Oh dear, we seem to have transformed in the middle of the town. That's not a good start. Ow. How OP are we as a werewolf then? That's the question. Oh boy. We're very squishy. Those are our stats if you're curious. I was doing quite a bit of damage to that guard, but yeah, unfortunately, he's also doing a lot of damage to me. I didn't realize it was going to transform us in the middle of town like that, but there it is. We learned something today. Kill the... Oh my goodness, they're very persistent, aren't they? I'm just going to put auto run on, I think, for now. I've got a bone for you, come and get it! Man, it's been a while since I went on a werewolf rampage in this game. I've only played like a normal, actual, proper werewolf like once before. About 10 years ago. Yeah, our stamina isn't decreasing as we run, which is definitely quite interesting. Your lust for blood saps your strength. You must feed soon. Uh-oh. Can I feed on a cliff racer? Although doing so would be dangerous, even with four hit points. Alright, combat music stopped at least. I think they've given up. But I think I might have to try and kill this cliff racer. Kung Fu Werewolf. Oh, Jesus Christ, cliff racer. The one time I actually want you to attack. Kill the thing. Oh yeah, you can't loot stuff when you're a werewolf. I forgot about that. Did that count? Who knows? Hasua. Oh god, 6 health base. What happens if we wait for an hour? Do we just drop dead? Do we have a bounty by any chance? Oh yeah, we do. 1,000. It says it saps my strength, but I'm not really sure what it's sapping exactly. Oh, I think I'm... Yes, we're in, I was going to say human form then, but you know, humanoid form again. Our Incredible Hulk transformation is at last over. I assume we still have the bounty? Yes, we do. That's a good thing we're joining the Thieves Guild, honestly. Cliff Racer did not count. No, I guess it's got to be people. A bit like in Daggerfall, I suppose. Can we rest now? I'd like to rest. I'd like to get my hit points back. It might take us all day into the night, though. Rest a bit into... Oh, how dare you! There we go. Okay. Well, this is clearly going to be a very interesting character, and potentially a rather short-lived one. I think we might be able to avoid the transformation if we stay indoors during the night, but I'm not totally sure. It's been a very, very long time. My health was decreasing as I waited. Was it really? Oh, okay. We didn't have much of a choice of what to do there, so... On the bright side, I think I've almost made it to Balmora. I guess no smugglers came for us this time. Circumstance intervened there and decided we're going to do things differently this time. What on earth? Somebody's fighting. Is it these two miners over here? Okay, these guys are just attacking me on sight now. That's interesting. And they have more health than me. Oh dear. This character's not going to last very long at all. Yep, I was going to try and make for the river there, but well, that was indeed a short run. Apparently werewolf is not fun. Okay. You're a known werewolf, everyone wants you dead. That's, is that really how it works in this game then? That seems dreadfully unfair, but never mind. We might have managed it a bit longer if I hadn't accidentally transformed in the middle of Seydenine, admittedly, but the alternative was getting attacked by assassins, and neither option was particularly attractive, so... Oh well. New character it is.
Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
I was dreaming I was a werewolf being killed by egg miners. It was very strange. Alright. Here we go again. Lyeld Driorm, a Dunmer Archer, Sign Lord, Lawful Good, Old Rune, Public Menace. Oh, goodness me, really? Lawful Good, Public Menace, huh? Vampire. Really? No, not again. Another Bosmer, huh? Dreamer. Wow, check it out. Triple whammy of handicaps. Insomniac, narrow-minded, and racist. No. Oh goody, another Ultima racist. This is the point where this series starts to feel like it's slowly running its course. Asutus Third, Dunmer, Nightblade, Apprentice, True Neutral, Vivek, Insomniac, Cultist. Ah, or a Daedral Whisper. Cool. Faction Redoran, Guild Mages. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's roll with this one. Random Morrowind, or what variety of racist Ultima do you want this time? Yes. The generator isn't really delivering. It's kind of not, isn't it? But never mind. Why is the special always Morag Tong? It's not always Morag Tong, though. It's either Morag Tong or East Empire Company. Those are the only two factions that go into the extra slot. Right. Let's get back to game capture here. Although, let me just check. Insomniac, you can never sleep for any reason other than to level up. Yeah. Cool. I'll just leave those open and get back to the game. Right. The name of this character was Asutus. There we go. Sword. Sword. Can't even begin to guess how to pronounce that.
Not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go.
Did get a hydrophobic Argonian barbarian before, so that was interesting. Really. Yeah, we haven't had a single Argonian come up on this generator, have we?
Come with me.
Half a dozen racist Ultima, but never once an Argonian. I'm getting some bad luck with my rolls, apparently.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Right. Dark Elf. Which horribly cursed face do we want this time? This guy. If I could find hair that matches. Which is looking increasingly unlikely. I suppose I could just make him bald. That works, I guess.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Probably good. Give me the choice. Nightblade this time. There it is. Specialization is magic, willpower and speed, mysticism, illusion, alteration, sneak, short blade, light armor, unarmored, destruction, marksman, and security. Mysticism. Absorb health.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
That was quite conveniently the sign of the apprentice, so that gives us some extra magicka.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Right. Not without it becoming an absolute bureaucratic nightmare, Redtooth. I'm sorry. I don't think that's going to happen. So yeah, Mysticism 40, Illusion 35, Alteration 35, Sneak 30, Shortblade 40. And then Light Armor and Armor Destruction and Marksman coming in at 20, and then Security at 15. Interesting.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit.
I like how the tooltip still gives me the wrong buttons, even though because I've changed them.
And talk to Salesgravius.
Oh, wow, we are quite speedy with this guy, aren't we? I like it. I'm gonna take all this stuff from these Imperial Swits, I think. Then we'll head off to Alderaan to join House Redoran, I suppose. Duties, blah blah blah. Right. Great. Fargoth, you don't get to have your ring. Let's go straight to our reels, get ourselves some equipment, and then be on our way. Okay. Barter. So this character is, let's have a look. Short blade and light armor or unarmored. Unarmored would certainly save us some money, I suppose, but I'm curious now. If we were to... Might as well have a shield, I suppose, if we're using short blade. Speaking of which, silver short sword. I'd like to have more than one, really. I'd like to have a steel short sword and a silver one. Because silver ones degrade really fast. And it's kind of annoying, as we found out when we played Vampire Dude. Total cost 161. Yeah, the Steel and silver are going to be expensive, aren't they? Maybe we can just live without the silver for now. That would cost all of my monies. Barter you down a bit, sir. There we go. There we go. Right. Interesting, you got Firebite even though destruction is a minor skill. That is interesting. Yeah, presumably it is based on skill level rather than major versus minor then, yeah. So yeah, what have we got? We've got Ancestor Guardian, obviously. We've got Chameleon, Detect Creature, Firebite, Sanctuary, Shield, and Water Walking. It's not a bad selection, you know.
Let's hear it.
I'm gonna go raid the Smuggler's Cave. Or at least make an attempt. It's always a bit of a test, this, isn't it? To see whether the character build is any good.
I have you!
So far, so good. Per tradition, I'm nicking your clothes. And we're a red around character, so I guess we'll free the slaves.
No, that's not it.
Warm day to you, friend.
Our alignment is neutral, so we're sort of mostly a out for themselves, selfish type of character is the way I'm kind of choosing to interpret it. But there's no need to just let the slaves starve to death. Just through laziness. Right, you. I might be resistant to fire, but I'm also 50% weak to magicka, so let's not, let's play this safe. I don't have any ranged magic attacks, do I? Not really.
You will die.
I will die. Not right now, but probably very soon. I assume Sneak is one of our... Yeah, it is, as a Nightblade. I should try and make use of that when able to, I suppose. Anything good in these? Spear, Sajama, Moon Sugar. I know I could take it and sell it to Revere, but I'm gonna decide this character is not interested. Do we have alchemy at all? Is this character? We don't, do we?
I have you!
Jolly good. I shall have these. We don't have marksman either, do we? No. Or axe. No. New pair of trousers. Those. Yeah, I like those. I'm not going to bother going into the back bit. Just a couple of leather pauldrons in there, and we've already got chitin ones, so... I do have marksman. Oh, actually, you're right. I do. Marksman 20. Ah, well, whatever. I'm probably not going to use it. If I'm completely honest. I've got spells for that sort of thing instead. Specifically, I'd like to get my hands on some absorb health. However, first, Aldrune, which we have to go to Balmora first to get to. And while we're here, I suppose I could go sign on with the Mages Guild. That is our faction for this character, our guild faction. Get some free potions, maybe a few extra spells. Although I've only got 24 gold, to be fair. Let's go to the pawnbroker. I don't know, I don't want to jinx it, but I have kind of a good feeling about this character for some reason. Oh, I wasn't even using my chitin shield. What a moron! What an idiot! There, that's not a bad haul. There we go. Toodles, Deacon. Imperial Cult between Seydanine and Balmora has the lowest level absorb health effect. Oh, you mean the one in Pelagiad? I think there's a guy in Sadrith Mora who'll sell you an absorb health spell, but I'm not totally sure which guy it is. Alright, I better join before I start taking the stuff, huh? There we go. Great. So, that gives us access to Almsevian Divine Intervention Scrolls, which is very nice. As well as Restore Magicka. And some Fortify Willpower, which I am honestly going to sell. Now then, let's see. Frostbite wouldn't be bad. Shock. I'd like something with a bit of range, really. It's a shame it doesn't tell you the spell cast chance in the menu here. Over a review of our spell schools: Mysticism, Illusion, Alteration, and Destruction. Okay. Nothing terribly interesting there.
What assistance do you need?
You have a bunch of ones I can't afford. Water breathing would be quite nice. And Ducey's Open Door is also a quality spell. A little expensive for us right now, but it is a very good spell to have.
You have questions?
I think for now, just send me to Aldrune. Hell, actually, well, I'm here now. I might as well check what spells they have to offer in this place. Do you do spells? No. Do you do spells? No, I think it's the guys upstairs that do spells, isn't it?
Yes, friend.
Yeah, here we go, spells. Okay. Some good stuff, but like not like stuff that I need right now with the limited amount of money I've got. Know what I mean? Greater Fireball? Greater Frostball? create a shock ball. Create a frost ball is tempting. 2 to 40 points for 1 second, 10 feet on target. I'll give it a go. Probably going to struggle to cast that. Yeah, a little bit. Although, mind you, my fatigue is very low, so that's affecting the spell chance. Costs 10 to cast. Yeah, I'd rather go with Frostball, just because there's so many Dunmer in this game, you know? Shock Ball's more expensive, because Shock is always a more expensive spell effect than Frost or Fire. Let's... Before we go join Redoran, let's see if we can pop over to Sadrith Morrowind and I can find the guy who... Well, I don't know, actually. I don't know if I've got the money now. Maybe if I sell some of these excess scrolls and things. Hello, barter. I probably don't need 6 of these. For instance. There we go. And then this guy can buy my willpower potions off me. I don't need. Can't you? There we go. Taken from the box upstairs and sold back to him downstairs. Just Morrowind things, huh? Sadrith Morrow, Wolverine Hall. No, I don't think it's anybody in here. I think he's in the Imperial Cult bit.
What's this about?
You. Be nice if we had restoration with this character, actually. Considering we don't have alchemy, and we don't have the Fighters Guild give us potions. Absorb health! There we go. Lovely. 61% chance to cast even with no fatigue. I like it. 5 to 52 points on touch. We can use spell making to make that into something a bit more useful later, but for now that'll certainly do.
Can we hurry this along?
Back to Aldrune, please. And now we're going to go join House Redoran, which is interesting with this character, honestly, because we're probably going to struggle to get promoted with our skill set. Might have to work on our long blade a bit.
I must be going, so if you could make it quick.
Yes, in vanilla, absorb health is incredibly efficient for what it does. It's a little bit broken, in fact. And yeah, a lot of the spells you buy from a vendor as opposed to creating yourself are more efficient than custom ones. There seems to be a kind of some sort of statistical tax on custom spells that doesn't exist for the pre-made ones.
Okay,
I'll believe it.
make it quick.
Join House Redoran. Yes. Okay, duties. Julian, Phelan as Astra help. Ah, yes, the Mudcrab quest. Okay. Well, she gives us some directions,
Anytime
which,
you're
if I
ready,
recall
just
correctly,
don't
are
keep me
actually wrong.
Why are you here?
They are genuinely incorrect. If you follow them, you'll get lost. It's easier just to sort of go straight west from Aldrune and just wander around a bit until eventually you bump into the place. How much money do I have right now? 146. Just thinking to myself, I wouldn't mind a pair of greaves if I can afford them. Oh, you're the weird vendor that
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
whose inventory is a bit weird and bugged, and unless you're standing in the right location, she won't sell you everything. There we go. There we go. Okie dokie. Armor 6. That's dreadful, but it will have to do. Although at least we can back it up with shield. And Sanctuary. And Ancestor Guardian, for that matter, actually. I mustn't forget that. It's a very powerful ability. Now. Is there a potion seller around here? I think there's one under Scar, isn't there? I'd like to spend a bit of my remaining dosh on some health potions. Before we go heading out into the big wide world. Okie dokie. Cheap restore health. Is that really the best you've got? Wow, you're a dreadful alchemist. Maybe you've got a bug a bit like the lady outside. Wow.
Yes.
If I stand over here. No, she's just rubbish. She's got more Sujamma than healing potions. I guess one's better than nothing. I'll go visit the alchemist guy in the Mages Guild as well. How far do you plan on going with this character? In case you're unaware, each character ends when we die. It's Iron Man. It's dead is dead, so it's really kind of irrelevant how far I plan on going with this character, because I plan on going with this character as far as I can go before he dies, is the plan, so. Let's see. Some restore fatigue, which wouldn't be bad. Where have all the health potions gone? This is amazing. Have I just moused over it and missed it, or what's going on here? I guess I'll take a couple of restore fatigues.
I must be going, so if you could make it quick.
You are going to stand in that exact spot for the rest of this game, dude. Don't lie to me. What's the time? 5 PM. Okay. We're an insomniac with this character anyway. It's his handicap, so we can't sleep even if we want to. That's the random sheep sound effect. Demon sheep, indeed. The ghost of the demon sheep haunts the hills of Alderoon. Uh-oh. Hello. That time we ran into one of you, isn't it? Come on then. Oh, you're going to be difficult, aren't you? Alright, well, you know what, mate? Oh, come on. Gotcha. Telvanni are extremely racist. Let's not beat around the bush with that, okay? No, I'm not gonna raid an ancestral tomb. Not with this character. Harumph. Maybe this way. If I go this way. Sometimes going a bit diagonally helps. Here we go. The slaves is the good answer, November 373. Very good answer. Oh, it's this dude. Everyone always seems to forget the slaves in that equation, don't they? It's like even when people discuss real history, you know, like so the phrase "oh, they were just a product of their time." Everyone was racist back then. Everyone seems to forget about the slaves themselves. Pretty sure the slaves might have had some comments on that. Greetings, traveler. Rasha wishes you well and thinks maybe you can help him with some pressing business. Yes, most pressing. I have, you see, a shipment of clothing. Fine clothing. It is to go to Aldrune. But I fear other business draws me away, like standing very important in the middle of this road and not going anywhere. Perhaps I think you and I might come to an arrangement, yes. If you will deliver Rasha's shirts, these fine shirts, to Bevail Teneran, the clothier in Aldrune, she will pay you for your services, and the generous woman she is. I would ask that you swear an oath to Zenithar to seal our arrangement, though, yes? What do you think of my offer, Hume? I swear to Zenithar I will deliver your shipment. Very well. Most excellent, yes. We will both gain from this. I shall keep my good name, and you shall benefit from Teneran's generosity. Wonderful. Take care, Asutus Sword. One should not take an oath sworn to Zenithar lightly. No, never lightly. He's right, by the way. We need to deliver these shirts, actually, probably quite quickly. In fact, I'm going to go back and do it right now. What a guy, gave you the shirt off his back. I like the idea. I think he was like wearing some of the merchandise. It's a bit peculiar, but okay. I don't know why some people are so really quite desperate to prove that everybody in the game is racist. I'm not really quite sure I understand what the motivation is there. Do they want to somehow feel less bad about playing a Telvanni character or something? Is that what's going on there? Oh, everyone else in the game is racist, so it's not bad if I play it as a Telvanni, right? Is that what's going on? I don't understand the double thing that's going on right now. Let's see. Bivel, she's under Scar, right? Bivel Teneran, I think. How cold do you reckon the Ashlands is? It's a good question, actually. Because the assumption is that there's lava and stuff about the place, so maybe it's hot, but maybe also it's not. I think there's a mod you can get from Morrowind, the Ashfall, was it called? The survival mod. It's actually quite good. I have played around with it in the past. This is not Bivel Turnaround, this is. And they actually add temperature in addition to other things to the game, and I can't remember whether or not they decided to make the Ashlands warm or cold. I think they made it dependent on what time of day it was. No, I'm not interested in work. I'm interested in Russia's shirts. There you go. There you go. A belt of iron will has been added to my inventory. That sounds rubbish, if I'm honest. Yeah, it's only worth 6 as well. Oh well. We have evaded the wrath of the gods, at least. Ashfall's very good. It is, isn't it, actually? It's I was surprised by how much fun it was to play around with.
Why are you
Bloody hell, it's dark and foggy. What a combination. Can't see a thing. I think I saw someone in the chat say earlier as well, like, just because they're a slave doesn't mean they're not racist. I really would beg to differ, if I'm honest with you. I think the entire experience of being persecuted for your species on that level would open your eyes somewhat to the entire concept of judging someone by their heritage. I don't think, in reality, you find an awful lot of racist slaves. I'm sure there are exceptions, as there are to every rule in this world, but I think as a general rule, those Khajiit and Argonians we freed in the Smuggler Cave probably have a very interesting and unique perspective on life. Half the time with these guys, I can't tell if I'm missing because I'm missing regularly or if I'm missing because I can't find the hitbox. You stupid bloody... There we go. Cautious and racist are different. What the earth is that supposed to mean? Oh, hey, it's one of the naked Nords. Oh. Cliff racist. Haha! Taking your plumes, even though I'm not an alchemist, I'm going to take them as a trophy. I think you can sell these things for 30 gold a piece. Can't? No, they're worth 20 a piece. Yeah, it's still not too bad in aggregate. You imagine they are going in to take the dunman? Yes, they probably do, but they have a reason to. That's the important point here. Oh, bother. So... What is a plume exactly? I don't really know. When you look at the visual model, they don't appear to have plumes, but we're getting them from somewhere. Maybe best not to speculate where. Haha, one-shotted, nice. Now then, mud crab ladies around here somewhere. How many Nyx hounds, man? Have I gone too far north? I feel like I might have gone too far north. Oh god. Yeah, I was waiting for it. There we go. What's that in the distance? Deja Ring, we've definitely gone too far north. You'd enjoy this game much more if so many of the creatures didn't freak out at you for no reason. Yeah, I've definitely used mods over the years that sort of reduced the aggression of the wildlife quite significantly. But, you know, on the other hand, the constant cliff racer attacks are a good source of, you know, skill leveling, so I guess I can't complain too much. They do get annoying, though. You know what? It might be just over this hill here. Here it is. There we go. My hunch was correct.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Didn't Aminda send you? Are you here to help with these hostile mud crabs? I am indeed. There's a pair of them that's been hunting my guar. Just the other day they killed one and dragged it off. They usually come from the coast to the southwest. If this keeps up, I might have to sell what I've still got and move back to Tyr. It's also called Drez, since it's the home of House Drez. Too hot for me, though. It's practically in Argonia. One of the only times in the game that I think Tyr gets mentioned. Alright, down this way somewhere, isn't it? seem to have found myself in the Ashlands. What? Oh, wait, isn't there a little patch of Ashlands out here on the west coast? I remember that. Don't run into it very often, but it's here. This is where we want to be. I'm gonna stop here and wait for a minute for my fatigue to restore, I think. There's the culprit. I think there's more than one, isn't there? Usually? Yes. Dead Gua. Look at his goofy face. Do you mind, Vernon? That line of dialogue from Oblivion. Aren't you the High Tom Titty? I forgot about that. Which way? This way. Hello. Somehow missed you on the way past here, Elliot. Hello, Druline. The mud crabs are dead. You killed the mud crabs that were bothering my Gua. Thank the tribunal. I might not have to move back to Tyr after all. You look tired. Asutas, can I offer you some hackle dough? Yes, please. Here you go, Asutas. After a hard day, there's nothing better than chewing some hackle dough. It does indeed restore fatigue, admittedly. Yeah, just burst into a bit of Dolly Parton there. Please let me fit through here. There we go. Oh. I half expected the game to just say no then and make me walk all the way around. Sorry guys, got to scratch my ear. Garage, yes. Garage. Speaking of Dolly Parton, we were discussing the Orville earlier before the stream started, and that's just reminded me of the episode with the Dolly Parton song in, with the female aliens that were being oppressed by the male aliens. That was quite an amusing recurring joke. At least I found it quite funny. Yeah. You have this sort of like the leader of the female aliens like just quoting 9 to 5 in the middle of the space UN. It was pretty funny. Oh yeah, when he's explaining why he has a Kermit the Frog on his desk.
Why are you here?
Right.
If you want something, now's the time to talk.
I have dealt with the goddamn mud crabs. You've killed the mud crabs for Trillian Phelan. Good work. Speak with me again when you're ready for more duties. Can I get a bit of advancement? Thanks. I'm a retainer now. Good. I need someone to deliver a cure disease potion. Here, take this cure disease potion to Theldin Dirith in Aldvelothi. While you're there, ask if there's anything he needs done. Aldvelothi. That's a bit of a walk as well, isn't it? Although we can go to Nisus to make the walk a bit shorter.
Can we hurry this up?
A retainer, at least your teeth will be nice. I had to wear a retainer when I was a kid. I friggin' hated it. Dentistry is that one area of medicine that just feels incredibly medieval still. Right, Aldvelothi then. Let's have a look. Yeah, I might get some of my stuff repaired. Since we're in the neighborhood, do you have anything good? Imperial studded leather cuirass. Meh, it's about as good as the chitin is, so sod it. Although I was thinking of getting a longsword, wasn't I? But I might get some training instead first. I've just noticed I have 2 gold. 2 whole gold coins to my name at the moment. Wow. We're not going to be able to get the trip back. I'm going to need to sell something. He was just a general sort of trader. You buy my belt of iron will for a bit more than that, please. Damn you, sir. That was such a terrible quest reward, that. You look like a more general sort of trader. Can you buy these off me? Oh, I almost sold the cure common disease potion. That would have been a snafu. Still playing the... No. That character died a long time ago.
What was that?
I wish that were true sound-wise, but honestly, that racist vampire was actually the longest-lived character we've had in the series. He did meet a very, very sudden and anticlimactic death, though, so... Oh, I almost didn't notice this. Oh, it's empty. Some bastard got here and looted it before me. Typical. There he is, our man whose name I've forgotten, Asutas. Kind of sounds vaguely Ashlander-ish, that name. Not sure which way to go here, actually. Is there a signpost? Oh, there is, thank goodness. Ard Velothi this way. They really did deliberately make the road to Ard Velothi quite winding and confusing, didn't they? They knew they weren't going to put any fast travel in for Ard Velothi, so they deliberately made the journey there a bit of a weird one. Oh, it's this lady. Ooh.
How does the day greet you, friend?
Ah, hello there. I was hoping a handsome young gentleman like yourself would happen by. Might you take a moment to help a lady in distress? Well, I dropped my ring and I can't seem to find it. I think it must have rolled down into this pool here, but I can't go in and get it because I'm expected in Nice shortly. You see, I'm a private dancer and I can't very well smell like icky muckwater now, can I? Would you please get it for me? The water's not very deep and I'd be very grateful in your debt. Okay, then. Oh, thank you. When I finish dancing this evening, perhaps we can get together and discuss your reward. I don't know why I drew my sword then. I always struggle to find this stupid ring. I watched Variax do this quest not that long ago, and he found the bloody thing straight away, and I was so annoyed. There it is.
No good deed goes unpunished out there.
There we go. Funny thing is, this semi-invisible dude here, you can actually... Right, let's... Bit of Ancestor Guardian. Bit of oh, come on. Bit of shield. Just to absorb health. Oh, for goodness sake, why can't this character hit anything? Need to find a bit of cover here.
So You'll be reduced to dust.
You could talk to that invisible person over there before this whole exchange happens, and they just sort of tell you to go away, and then it has the red goodbye, forced goodbye option. It's quite weird and amusing, honestly. Now would be a good time for the Greater Frostball. If I could even cast it. There we go. Oh, goodness me, come on. There we go. Ha ha ha! Gotcha. Oh, Absorb Health is so good. Amulet of Shadows. Chameleon 80% for 60 seconds on self when used. That's actually a really good amulet. 170 gold that I really did desperately need. A chitin helmet that I won't say no to. Nice. You've got some gold. You've got a Dire Viper Blade and a Cruel Viper Bolt Ring. Ah, brilliant. Turned out to be quite profitable in the end. You were 90% sure I wouldn't win that. I wasn't sure. I think once I remembered that I had magic, I was feeling a little more confident. If it had just been me with a short blade, flailing away at them, I would have been absolutely screwed. Full chitin might be the coolest outfit in the game. Really? That is a bold statement to make. Yeah, Absorb Health kicks ass. I mean, it's so ridiculously efficient as a spell. Because you're not only doing a lot of damage to them, but you're getting your own health back in the process. It costs about the same as just doing a regular fire attack. It's kind of absurd, but we needed it. We needed to catch a break really with this series, and I'm glad this character does seem to be doing so. All right, here we are. Who are we talking to? Funny how there wasn't a journal update here about that. Theldin Virith. I think he's in here, isn't he? Yes, I'm Theldin Virith. Cure disease potion. Are you here to deliver the potion? Yes, I am. Good. The Arvel family will be grateful. Anything I can do for you? I might have some duties for you later. The Arvel family. The Arvels have lived here for years. Despite their Halalu connections, they are decent and generous. Not right now. Maybe in a few days. Make sure you tell Neminda that you delivered the potion. Jolly good. You offer training, do you not? Yes. Do I want to spend some money on training? I don't have long. I thought I had long blade as one of my skills. I apparently I don't. I must have been mixing it up with the rogue. I'm looking at this and I'm kind of trying to think in terms of like what can I work with in order to get promoted in House Redoran, and I'm honestly kind of looking at it and I'm thinking virtually none of our skills here really work for House Redoran. This was not an ideal choice. Maybe light armor at a push, but I don't think so. We can still do plenty of quests, it's just I don't think we're going to advance very far up the ranks. And eventually at some point that'll be a problem because we won't be able to do the stronghold and stuff. So we'll probably have to spend lots of money on training. which is unfortunate.
Let's do some business, shall we?
Imperial short sword. Is that any good? No, it's not. It's not at all. It's quite poor, in fact. Quite poor indeed. No, I'm not going to abuse Creeper as an exploit, nor the Mudcrown Merchant as much as possible. Alright, well, guess we better get back to Ald'ruhn. I suppose the easiest way to do that would be to use one of these scrolls. That saves a bit of backtracking. Let's have a look at the... Actually, I forgot you can check the skills in the menu here. Athletics, spear, long blade, heavy armor, medium armor, and armorer. Oh dear. I don't think I even have athletics, do I? Need one skill at 20 to get to Oathman. I feel like, yeah, as a Dunmer we get a slight boost to Longblade. Our athletics doesn't look terrible at the moment. So Longblade, athletics. And then we'd have to pick a third, really. Maybe Armorer? That one might benefit us the most. We're just going to have to save up a lot of money for training in order to advance, which is fine. It's a little inconvenient, but it's fine. I have played a few characters in the past for various great houses where the skill set was less than ideal, to be fair. Same with the religious factions, because you know, at the end of the day, a character isn't necessarily going to join a great house or religious faction based on their skill set, are they? They're not going to go, ah, the warrior house, I must join them for I am a warrior. They're going to be like, no, my family has always served Great House Redoran, so I shall do so as well. The fact that I'm a mage is neither here nor there.
What's your story?
I have delivered the potion. There we go. Good work. I heard you delivered the potion. Just how did you? Anyway, just tell me when you're ready for more duties. A Redoran trader has gone missing. I need someone to help find Mathis Dalabar. Mathis Dalabar is a trader who comes through Ald'ruhn just about every month. He's probably headed towards Margan or Nisus. Talk to the people in Margan and find out if anyone there knows what happened to him. I'll mark these towns on your map. Advancement? You have a good reputation, but you do not meet our requirements. Yes. Well, there is a few trainer or two back here in the big hall, isn't there? How much money do we have right now? 314 gold. We've got a few things we could sell. The Amulet of Shadows is very valuable, but it's also incredibly useful. So I'm not sure how keen I am to get rid of it. practice rooms. I think there's at least one dude in here who'll train you with stuff. Here you are.
What do you want?
Fondon Mano. Oh, I'm not high enough rank to be trained. That sucks. Well, there we go. Bit of progress in Longblade.
Can we hurry this up?
Well, there's always the Fighters Guild if we need training. We won't get as good a price since we're not a member of the Fighters Guild, but it's certainly an option. It's always difficult finding trainers and whatnot with the Great Houses because they don't all gather together in handy little guild halls where you can find all of them, except for that lovely one in Balmora, I guess.
I'm waiting.
Excuse me. You offer training, don't you? Not in what I'm after, though. Nope. Nope. Isn't there a training room here? There is. Hello. Longblade, there we go. I think I'll keep the rest of my gold. I'll take a level. Speaking of levels, oh my god, we're still only 2 out of 10 of the way to level 2. What on earth? We've survived for quite a while compared to our average character in this game, but on the other hand, slow going, isn't it? Okay, Margan.
We make a special trip just for you. Say
Hello. Excuse me. You're looking for Mathis Dalabar. Maybe you got stuck in the ash storm. Caught a lot of people by surprise. When a storm hits like that, you take shelter in whatever's nearby. Okay. Mathis Dalabar. Ugh, OBS is giving me random weird pop-ups for some reason. Stop it. Uh-huh. Can anybody around here give me some more information?
quickly, Outlander.
Hello. Mathis Delabar, Ashstorm. You do training as well. Ah, and you're much cheaper as well. Good to know. I kind of looked at him and thought, oh, this must be a guy that sells stuff. He's a smith, but actually, no, he's a trainer. This guy is the smith. No, he won't buy that. Never mind. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, tower shield. Maybe that's worth getting. Yeah, let's have one of those.
Why are you here?
I'm looking for Mathis fucking Dalabar. That's why I'm here. Raw glass. Yeah. Can I sleep here, do you think? Since I'm ready to run. Are you off for training as well, huh? Oh, a Redoran person that does spells. You don't see that very often. She sells Mark but not Recall. That's just weird. Oh, bargain restore. It's not even worth buying. It's so bad. Have a few of those though. Yes, this character's an insomniac, indeed. Maybe I should talk to the Silt Strider guy. I'm pretty sure I know where Mathis Dalabar is actually, just because I've done this. I've played this quest plenty of times before, but I'm trying to do it properly. Here we go. Just before the storm hit, I saw someone leading some Patguar up to the road to the tomb. I hope they made it in okay. So the main road on the right, just before the road turns to south to Alderun. Yeah, okay, so on the right, just before the road leads south to Alderun. Yeah, I know where it is, up on a hill. I could have sworn they're supposed to... The NPCs, when you ask about that, they're supposed to direct you to that orc in there who knows a bit more about the area or something. Maybe it's just because I don't have high enough disposition with these guys. That could be it, but I could have sworn that's how it's supposed to go. One of them was supposed to say, maybe you should ask so-and-so at the inn. Anyway, I think the place is just up there somewhere. Oh, hello. Pardon me, can you help a poor pilgrim? Been trying to get to Ruddy Man, but I've lost my way. If you'd be so kind as to help, I can pay you 150 septims upon our arrival. I need to get there rather quickly, though. I'm on a pilgrimage, and there are others I must meet there. I must be at Ready Man in Cold Cave within 2 days. Can you help? Okay. I got this other business to take care of first, though, my dude. Also, how fast can you run? Are you going to be able to keep up with me? I don't know, dude. You seem a little slow. I have to fix that. Let's see. That's a bit better. Best cheat in the game, that. Make your stupid escort quest NPCs faster. Here's the man.
Speak, traveler.
Thank the tribunal you are here. I've been stuck in here for days since the ash storm. I was too far from town when the storm hit. I took shelter here until the storm passed, but then I couldn't get out because the door was stuck. I've been in here for days. The sooner we travel together back to Margan, the sooner I can get back into business. Oh, excuse me. Alright, come on, dude. Got a whole herd of people following me now. Alright, let's get this guy back to Alderaan and then we'll take this other fella to Ready Man, because I ain't turning down 150 septims. It's like a round of training. Luckily, yeah, the trader guy runs quite fast. Here we go. When does he... Where does he want me to take him? Oh, the Margan Shrine. Dude, he do... Oh, I thought for a second there he was going to fall off the Salt Strata Tower and die. Oh, how amazingly bad would that be?
Where is that slave? Thank you.
There we go. Job done, mate. Job done. Okay. Now you. Although actually, I've just looked at the clock, ladies and gentlemen, and I think we're going to have to stop for today. We're just coming up on 8 o'clock. I actually streamed for longer than I intended to. But I was kind of enjoying this character, so I thought I'd sort of carry on. But yes, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for today.
Go ahead.
Thanks very much for tuning in. Let's do a hard social, right? There we go. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed. I hope the rest of your weekend treats you well. And I'll see you next week. I'll be doing more Sea of Thieves probably with Alf on Tuesday on his channel. And then after that, it'll be more Wildermyth next Saturday. Followed by more Morrowind next Sunday. So I'll see you then, I guess. Cheers, everybody. Toodaloo.